Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday, June 8th, and it's day 98. And boy, let's see. Quit early yesterday. Um, just let my body rest. Gosh, I could not fall asleep last night. I swear I'd had caffeine or something, but I didn't. I even took a Benadryl to help bring on a little bit of drowsiness, and that didn't seem to help either. Um, let's see. Got a little cold last night. I was kind of wishing I'd had my quilt again, but I sat at home. So I started out with the silk liner. Then I ended up getting inside with it into the reactor, and then eventually I ended up putting my puffy jacket on again, which I'm glad I kept. That helped keep my core temperature warm, and then I slept okay. It was a little cool, but it was manageable. Um, um, and if I'd been in a tent instead of sitting in the shelter, I would have had about another 10 degrees of warmth that would have accumulated in there, and that would have been perfect. So I think I'm still okay for now. I do have a couple high elevations coming up. I've got not today, but tomorrow, a 4,000 foot climb that I've got to do. And then of course I got the priest coming up. I've got 3 ridges coming up. So I've got a little bit of elevation coming up. So hopefully everything will be okay with having sent home the quilt. So, which is ironic. So the extra room and weight that was solved by that has been taken up by extra food and water for this trip. Today, once I leave here, I need to make sure I've cameled up with a lot of water internally in my body, and probably carry 3 liters because it's 9 miles to the next water source, which is my stopping spot. I'm only going to plan on 9 miles today. There's a possibility I could go on to the next shelter. I'll see how I feel. There's rumors of trail magic and a big party at the swimming hole, which is where I was going to stop and camp. And if that's the case, it's going to be too noisy to just not a good environment. So I may end up continuing on. So should be able to hit the trail. Get a little bit of packing up yet to do. Get this puffy in my bag and then head out, and should be on the trail by 8 o'clock. It's a little cool, a little breezy, so it'll be nice to get hiking and get warmed up. All right, we'll see you down the trail. Bye. All right, you're looking at the peaks of Otter. A little bit of morning sunshine down the valley. Here's Sharp Top Mountain and Flat Top Mountain. There are 2 of the 3 prominent summits that surround the peak of Otter area, approximately 6.5 miles distance. No one knows for certain only why the area is called the Peaks of Otter. The Cherokee could have called the peaks Otari, meaning high places. Settlers arriving in the early 1800s might have named the Peaks of Otter after Scotland's Ben Otter Mountain, which resembles Sharp Top, or perhaps the name refers to otters that once inhabited nearby rivers. Alright, it's kind of pretty. This is Mills Gap, and you can see the James River down there, right about there in the center. And there's the largest foot suspension bridge over that river is coming up, I think, tomorrow. Just finished up a quick break here at Mills Gap. It's a little windy, so I got my hat tied down and I'm trying to talk a little bit loud so you can make sure you can hear me. It was interesting, I ended pretty much yesterday on a little bit of a personal down because I was beating myself up for not feeling that well, and as I went through the journals there's a couple other entries of people that only did 7 miles because they hadn't felt real good that day, and a lot of it was dehydration, and so I felt a little bit better about that. And then ironically, a couple hours later, the trail provides a guy named Bluegrass came in, and he started talking about how he's been hiking with he's about 32, so he's been hiking with these young 20s for about a couple of weeks. I really enjoyed being with them, but they were doing such high mileage, it was just killing him, and he finally just threw up his hands and said, I'm done. I'm just gonna have to hike my own hike, and I can't keep up with these guys. And he was kind of missing them because he liked their companionship, but he was at the point where he says, I just can't do this. I just can't do these high mileage. And then 3 other guys came in and they started talking spontaneously about how all these guys that they knew that were doing these high mileages, and See, most of the people that are coming by me right now started between 1 April and 15 April, and these three guys, they started mid-March, so they're just a little, you know, a couple weeks after I did. And they're just like, you know, we just can't do these high mileages, and you're not going to try and keep up with people. They started talking about all the people they knew that were doing the high mileages. They're all off the trail now. So, and a lot of them apparently got off at in Daleville. And in fact, I know at least one that it's off the trail down in Daleville. Britt 007, he got off and went home. And then a couple came in, and same thing. They started kind of towards the end of March, and they started talking about all the people they knew that were doing these high mileages, and now they're all off the trail. So, you know. When I needed it, the trail provided a little bit of encouragement for me. So I really appreciate that, and a good talk with my wife last night. That really helped too. I appreciate her and I love her, and couldn't do this without her. So Leslie, I love you. All right, time to get hiking. See you later. Bye. Well, it's just a little bit windy today. What do you think? Oh, it's beautiful though. The visibility is sound and you can see forever. I'm going to head down that way. That's the little Cove Mountain Trail. As I can see, off in the distance there's part of that shadow of the camera. That's a good 70 miles of visibility, which is really rare here in the east. Down today. All right, gonna get hiking. Okay, I got down to Jennings Creek with Virginia Highway 614, which is my goal for the day. It turns out that there's also trail magic going on down here, so it makes it easier to decide to stay. I got down here early enough. I could have headed off to the next shelter, but decided to hang out here with people and, you know, meet some new people that I haven't met before. The guy in the green shirt and the hat, now that's Bluegrass. I met him last night. And so these two girls here are the ones that are doing the trail magic. The one in the chair with the sunglasses, her name's Cupcake. She did the trail in 2014, and they're both from Wisconsin, and they're here doing trail magic for a couple of weeks. So I'm just going around to different spots, and just the timing just happened to work out well. So anyway, I'm going to be camping out in the woods tonight, and tomorrow I've got a long, full day ahead of me. All right, see you later. Bye. Okay, coming back here in the woods, and this is where they plan on having a fire tonight and doing hot dogs and things like that. Got some people set with their hammocks. I've got my tent over there, and should have a nice little group here tonight. Hey everybody, please forgive me as I relax here on my backpack. See, today, just under 10, I'm stopping at Jennings Creek. I thought about going on to the next shelter if the time was good, and it was, but I just so happened to be the first person to show up for these two girls who were doing trail magic from Wisconsin. So I spent some time visiting with them, and one thing led to another, and it's just like, you know what, this was my originally planned spot to stop, so this is where I decided to stop. So tomorrow, another little bit lower mileage day, just right under 10, and stopping up at, I've got to climb like Fork Mountain tomorrow, and then the other next mountain I climb is Floyd Mountain, and I'll stop at the Cornelius Creek Shelter. If it looks good and I want to go on it just a little bit, I can, but I have to stay outside of 5 miles of the Thunder Hill Shelter because it's closed due to bear activity. So there's a 5 mile each direction kind of a quarantine on it, so you can't stay in any of those areas. So that puts me in a high mileage 16 mile day the next day after that. So not tomorrow, but the day after that is going to be a big, long, hard day. So a lot of ups and downs. So it'll be an interesting day. All right, we'll see you later. Talk to you later. Bye.